I grew up in the world of metal and punk, in which I still do love. I do feel the need to finally see what the rest of the world has to offer. My name is Aaron, and I grew up as a metalhead. Here we are again, continuing down our little triple pack of songs for Solar, and because it's her birthday, so of course 3, 2, 1, happy birthday. Anyway, we are going to be moving on to Gansung, or part 7, which is Love Has Gone. So looks pretty cool. I wanted to get into this a little bit more, so we're going to check out the song, shall we?
지금 이 순간 솔라 감성.
Whoa.
어제는 하루 종일 비가 내렸어. 자욱하게 내려앉은 먼지 사이로 귓가에 은은하게 울려 퍼지는 그대 음성 빗속으로 사라져 버려. 그리움으로 때론 가슴도 저리겠지. 외로움으로
Nice.
사랑했지만 머물고 싶지만 떠날 수밖에. 그대를 사랑했지만 때론 눈물도 흐르겠지. 그리움으로 때론 가슴도 저리겠지. 외로움으로 사랑했지만 그대를 사랑했지만 사랑했지만 그대를 사랑했지만 그저 이렇게 멀리서 바라볼 뿐 다가설 수 없어. 지친 그대 곁에 머물고 싶지만 떠날 수밖에. 그대를 사랑했지만 그대를 사랑했지만
Interesting, interesting. All right. We're going to be getting deep into this one a little bit. So, if you don't know, this is something very rare. This is somebody who actually has sung in true voice. Now, this is something that has been debated for a little bit, but I kind of buy into it a little bit. So there's something that has been going around for a little bit that I've been studying that's called true voice. And it's kind of I don't know, it blew my mind the first time I heard it. But it's a chest voice, and usually you actually use it more while speaking. So basically, true voice, in a sense, is how your voice actually sounds. And to achieve that, you can actually do this yourself in seconds. And it's actually super simple. So anyway, the interesting thing is that this is more akin to not really singing, but you can apply it to singing. Basically, true voice goes like this. You want to basically go through your whole track. Now, this is not something I invented, by the way. There's something called true voice. And basically what you do is you get yourself nice and straight posture like this. And you kind of want to just use everything to... first you want to breathe in. Nice and deep. And then when you breathe out, it's a quick little... So it goes like this. You know, basically no inflection, no nothing. You just... That is basically what your true voice sounds like. And you kind of have to unlock it. And it's kind of hard to do in some senses because, for example, most people... Actually, even if you speak multiple languages, you change inflection. And this is kind of funny because if you say like, hi, my name is Aaron, and then let's say you switch over to another language, hola, mi nombre es Aaron, suddenly, oh, you just change inflection. Very common. Everybody does it. So how does this apply? You can, if you have headphones, some of these bigger ones, you know, like that, my headphones that are starting to kind of wear out, you'll be able to hear that she's singing from a chest voice, but it's something even a little bit more. And I think that's kind of more or less, she's singing in almost like a true voice. You hear it right from the get-go too.
어제는 하루 종일 비가 내렸어 자욱하게 내려앉은 먼지 사이로 귓가에 은은하게.
You see, I think that one of the things that's interesting when you kind of do like these chest voice. Oh no, there we go. When you do these kind of chest voices, it's easier to kind of get that kind of deep grumble going. But even like that's your true voice, and then you start singing na, na, na. You know, it kind of has this extra release, and it's allowing this extra set of like relaxation in your vocal cords to kind of like get this going, right? And the thing that's interesting though is being someone who's sings bass, it's harder to project these deeper notes out. So singing like this is actually kind of a little bit difficult because it does require a little bit more strength of pushing out sound. And she does a really fantastic job with that in this. So it's kind of interesting to kind of be hearing someone, especially in a genre where kind of like high notes reign supreme. And this is actually pretty cool, especially for a female vocalist to really, really get this going and just have this relaxed chest voice, true voice, whatever you want to call it, to be singing.
먼지 사이로 귓가에 은은하게 울려 퍼지는 그대 음성 빗속으로 사라져 버려.
The song is actually absolutely gorgeous, though, for real. I really think that this is a pretty song. So for the next part, I do kind of want to talk a little bit about how the voice or the lyrics are actually pretty interesting. I'm going to kind of tackle this part maybe a little bit more like a writer than I would like a lyricist, just because I think that just because the fact of the matter is that I think that it kind of gives me an interesting idea, because a lot of times rain kind of signifies two things, right? Rain can signify like cleansing or being overran. But the thing that's interesting, she's almost seeing this as a cleansing style. But the idea behind it is that what makes this interesting for me is that she's kind of sad about that cleansing. And I think that that's kind of an interesting way, because I think that's something that personally I have always had a hard time with. That is that when it's time to let something go, I have a harder time of letting go than I would say most people, because a lot of times, one, change is scary, even though it is inevitable. But I think the truth of the matter is like, it's comfortable where you were at. So having to change is always like not fun. And I just like this idea of like, and she kind of points this out here, right here. Yesterday it rained all day. Through the thick dust that settled down.
귓가에 은은하게 울려 퍼지는 그대 음성 빗속으로 사라져 버려.
That right there is really interesting. Like, thinking, it says, echoing faintly in my ears, your voice vanished in the rain. So, like, obviously, like I said, it's like kind of being washed away. And in a sense, you know, it probably is for the better, but you're definitely not. She's definitely seems like she's singing about how she's not fully ready to let that out. Let that go. And I think this is true for most people, especially like, I think that it's fair to say that no matter what, like if something comes to the end, you kind of have a grieving process still. You know, whether it be, you know, like you broke up with your partner or something like that. I think that there's still a moment of, you know, and some time to grieve that. And I think that's kind of what this alludes to. At times I will shed tears longing for you. At times my heart will ache with loneliness. I think that's also very true right as soon as a breakup, you know. And I don't want to include this straight up as a breakup song. I kind of want to actually more point this out, that this is more of a song that deals with the struggle of reestablishing yourself after having to let go.
또 저리겠지 외로움으로 사랑했지만
What a note.
그대를 사랑했지만 그저 이렇게 멀리서 바라볼 뿐 다가설 수 없어 지친 그대 곁에 머물고 싶지만 떠날 수밖에.
So I think this part right here is kind of the crux of it all. She wanted to be close. She wanted to, that in their life, but she had no choice but to leave. And I think that that's an interesting way to kind of think about it, because in many ways, if you think about it, that probably means that it's not something that she wanted to let go, but she knew that it was better if she did. And that's even harder to leave in some senses, because again, it's the comfortableness, right?
그대를 사랑했지만 때론 눈물도 흐르겠지 그리움으로.
I think that it's kind of interesting because the lyrics kind of reinforce that feeling too. But I think that the interesting thing is that is just still the recognition of the necessity of it all, right? And I think that in a sense that that's kind of what makes this kind of a cool, unique song, is knowing that you need to move on. You don't want to, but it's for the better. So I don't know. Really unique way to write the song. Really, really pretty as well. I actually really, really like that. That nice chest voice, the true voice coming out it's a nice welcome change. She has a very nice chest voice. It feels really good getting that kind of. In reality, that's where a lot of times the rich tones come from, is from the chest, and letting that extra part of the instrument be able to reverberate and create those tones is really quite nice. And honestly, I think a lot of times that's kind of more or less what catches my ears. A lot of times, like, it's cool to see the flourish of the high-pitched voices and kind of like how crazy they can get, but in reality, this is more home for me in a lot of senses. So anyway, I'll let this go here, and we'll see you for the next one. And of course, go wish her a happy birthday. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, Solar. That was cool. Thank you. We'll see you for the next one.